Last December, I got together with some friends to break a Guinness World Record for the most weight lifted overhead by barbell on a unicycle.
Yes, there it is. It's beautiful.
Admittedly, what I really wanted to do was smash the record since I was able to do it in practice. However, whether it be due to having to weigh the barbell beforehand, walk it over to the rack, clean it up, the grassy AstroTurf that I was riding on, but I was not able to do the weight that I wanted for that day and settled for 174 pounds or 79 kilograms. A few months after that, I found some time to head to a public place and give it another shot. Kelly helped me lug all the weights and equipment to the park, which had a paved area so unfamiliar grassy terrain wouldn't be an issue. I brought my own platform so I didn't have to walk the weight so far to the bleachers, and I can just weigh it next to the rack. But then my tube ripped.
It's like on the nozzle and I can't even patch that.
This unicycle was the only one I practiced on. It has 150mm cranks on it, so I have a lot of control when idling. But since I didn't have a replacement tube, I had to switch to the only other unicycle I had on me, my Cox one that I got online from the old owner. It was an issue because these cranks were 102mm, 32% less, which means I didn't have as much control idling. But I really didn't want to lug all those weights back to the park again.
The smaller crank is just so hard. I wish that didn't pop.
So some random public witnesses confused about what we were doing.
196.5. Okay.
I gave it a few attempts at 196 pounds.
Damn.
Yup.
But I really thought I could do more, so we bumped it up to be about 206 pounds.
It's heavy.
Yeah. Sure is.
This is as much as I have ever done in practice.
Yes, sir.
Eventually, it went up, and it was more of a relief than a celebratory moment. It saved me from dragging all the weights back and forth again, and I was able to lift that weight on a unicycle that I didn't practice on. I want to address this pesky right arm. Some of you may look at a certain angle and say this isn't a full lockout and therefore not a clean and complete overhead lift. And I'd actually agree with you. I did hold this weight overhead for a second or two, but I don't disagree that the whole lift can be improved. Additionally, when I brought the weight back down, I didn't stay on the unicycle for long enough to establish a display of control. This is in contrast to the first time I broke the record, where I idled sufficiently to prove I was still in control of the unicycle. Along with a lockout and staying on after lowering the weight, I still think this record could be improved a little bit more.
2066.
206.6.
Satisfied?
Sort of. I hope that was satisfactory.
We're so close to 100 kilograms that I can't leave the record here at 93 kilograms, especially with the lift itself up for some debate. A big reason why I started this channel and tried this lift is because I've spent a lot of my life foregoing some of the things that I thought were cool or fun. Unicycling is an activity that gets a fair amount of attention from onlookers, and another Dan would have really not enjoyed the stares and judgment for fear they would think I'm trying to show off or something. And that fear prevented me from trying things that would have given me enjoyment. But this is probably up there with one of the more ridiculous world records, but I think it's incredibly cool to do, and I'm not alone. The good news is I've learned that the organic perspective of thinking something is fun is all the reason you need to be passionate about it. People have really novelty and odd passions, and we really only think something is odd if it isn't already popular. At one point, every activity was unpopular, so if you think your mindset is weird, you're just ahead of the game and you're an early adopter. So I'll be chasing more weight and better performance on the next lift, so stay tuned. Oh, and I also broke the one-arm overhead dumbbell record too.
I know, I'm really excited about it. Now I feel like I could actually do it. Yay!
Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in giving this a go, please be safe. And I'll be trying to improve it in the future, so good luck to both of us. I don't want to weigh this stupid thing again.
You know we're gonna do this, and then you're gonna want to break it again in like a month anyway.
I know, but
And you're gonna want to do it again because you want to do it on the other unicycle.
No, I just want to do the weight. Doesn't matter what unicycle I do it on.
I think you're gonna say that you can lift more on the other one though.
Well, maybe. But the 205 is the